Discretion is advised. So Mama Black.
This program contains language and sequences some viewers may find disturbing.
This Milwaukee couple is now facing charges in the death of their 3-year-old daughter. Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie Grady coming to you from the Fox 6 News Atrium. Another heartbreaking story about a toddler dying from a probable drug overdose. This is the mother, Margarita Balderas. She, along with Daryl Woodson, the child's father, are accused and charged with second-degree reckless homicide in the toddler's death. Now, the baby's death actually happened this past summer in August, but police weren't made aware of what may have happened until now. It was back on February 12th that the 3 other children who were living in the home at the time with Margarita and Daryl, they told their new foster parents what had been going on. Things about chilling pills given to the 3-year-old or sleeping pills to let her chill out. Once police were made aware of those findings, they investigated a little bit more, and this is where the charges are now stemming from.
And now breaking news here at 4:30. Police in Batesville, Mississippi are trying to find a teenager who they say is connected to a murder case. Here's Justin Jaggers with a look at the suspect.
Batesville police say they are actively looking for a 16-year-old they say is connected to the death of a Batesville man. Take a look at your screen. This is Cordarius Strong. Strong is just 16 years old. I spoke to Police Chief Jimmy McLeod Friday morning, and he confirms that this is one of the 2 men responsible for the shooting death of 35-year-old Rory Thomas. An 18-year-old Nakia Lamar was arrested last night and charged with capital murder. Thomas was shot several times in this trailer park on Bradford in Batesville Thursday afternoon. Right now, police are working to find a motive for the shooting and whether these people may have known each other. I'm staying in close contact with investigators to bring you any update. If you have any information that may lead to the arrest of Cordarius Strong, we urge you to call Batesville Police.
Monday evening, a couple is driving along 23rd Street with their personal dash cam rolling. As they come to a stop at Topping Avenue, watch what happens on their right. A gunman fires off at least a dozen bullets in a matter of seconds before the suspects drive off.
All of a sudden we hear this pow, 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 and my oldest granddaughter came running in and said, "What was that?"
Assault detectives tell 41 Action News they believe the suspects targeted this parked car on the far left. No one was hurt.
They have no regard, you know. They're not shooting the ground, they're not shooting the air, they're shooting at an object.
Patricia Sims initially thought the bullets were firecrackers, but for her and others who called this block home, drive-by shootings are a fact of life.
Both of these houses here have been shot at. A lot of things have happened around this area. I mean, it's scary and it's, you know, don't like it, but it's not unusual.
Ooh. Rosalind Temple with Mothers in Charge is one of the individuals working to stop this senseless violence.
I think it got to come from the community. It has to come from us. It has to be us to stand up. We know who's committing these acts.
In 2016, the number of drive-by shootings went up more than 50% in Kansas City. There were 389 with 950 victims.
That could have been anyone. Why do we have to wait till it happens to someone we know? That's what I want to know. Why do we have to wait till it comes to this? By the grace of God, them people were not killed.
For those who think people can just escape this violent reality, it's not as easy as it is for the criminals.
I can't just pick up and move. It's
New at 10, a local man accused of cloning credit cards and using them across our entire area is facing charges after being arrested in Louisiana. Waxhaw police have been looking for Derek Butler for months. They say he cloned a credit card belonging to a Waxhaw woman, used it at a store in Charlotte, and signed his real name. Surveillance video was used to match the picture and signature to the one on his driver's license. He's charged with identity theft and credit card fraud. Now, investigators believe Butler is part of a larger group of people cloning credit cards and using them across the middle part of the state. They say the group could be cloning cards and using them in Charlotte, too. Detectives tell us at one point Butler and others were busted with dozens of cloned cards in the High Point area. The case is still under investigation. Waxhaw police are trying to identify at least one more suspect. They're also trying to figure out how the credit cards were cloned.
In Prince William County are
searching for a shoplifting suspect who police say stabbed and killed a Burlington Coat Factory employee this afternoon. Take a good look at your screen. Police are looking for 35-year-old Jamel Kingsbury. Police say 2 loss prevention employees of the store at Potomac Mills confronted Kingsbury as he was leaving. During the encounter, detectives say Kingsbury stabbed 44-year-old Larry Drumgold and then ran out of the store. Drumgold died in the hospital. The second employee was not harmed. If you recognize Kingsbury, you are asked to call police.
Burn in hell. Those words from a woman to her ex-husband convicted of murdering her 4 children. Today, Gregory Green learned he will likely never again see freedom for his horrific crimes.
Crimes that also included torturing his ex-wife and forcing her to watch the murders of her oldest children.
Fox 2's Dave Spencer with more on her message to the man she once loved.
Mr. Green, of all the tragic cases this court has seen, the facts of this one are by far the worst. Fathers are supposed to protect their children. Yes. Husbands are supposed to protect their wives.
At 50 years old, Gregory Green will be 97 when he's first eligible for parole. This for the brutal and calculated murders of his 2 stepchildren and his 2 daughters. But first, he listened to a written statement prepared by Faith Green, his ex-wife and mother of those 4 children.
You are a con artist, you are a monster, you are a devil in disguise. You are now forever exposed.
The crime happened in their Dearborn Heights home in September.
Trying to split them up didn't work. They are together more than ever. Chadney and Kara are still watching over their little sisters, Chloe and Kaylee, forever.
The 2 youngest girls died after he placed them in a running car, rigging the exhaust system, causing them to suffocate. Green then turned his attention to the older 2 and his then wife.
My short-term memory is gone. Doctors tell me it's my brain protecting me from the memories of my children being shot in their heads right in front of me.
The scar on her face from a box cutter. He listened without reaction and emotion. Then it was his turn.
God knows the heart, and he knows how regretful and how sorry I am.
The judge clearly unmoved by an attempt at an apology.
I'm convinced that you will be incarcerated for the remainder of your life.
Thank you! Hold on.
In the end, the judge decided to follow the sentencing guidelines, sentencing Green to a minimum of 45 years in prison. She said she did this to spare Faith Green, the mother, the victim in all this, the grief of having to relive this entire process.
Wow.